So this is my story. All I ever wanted to do was wrestle. That's all I grew up dreaming about. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an Olympic champion. At grade 7 is when I started. I only started because my dad did it. My dad was kind of a tough guy. He's only 18 years older than me. My mom and dad had me when they were 18 and 17. So I always had kind of young parents growing up, and I just wanted to impress my dad. I had Olympic dreams, though. I got really involved in it. I got pretty good at it. I won some little, provincial champions and stuff all through, going up through high school and stuff like that. I got second in Canada in high school. My dad was tough on me, though. I remember coming home from the wrestling tournament where it was out in New Brunswick, and quite honestly, I was probably only 6th best in the country at that time. But I got a good draw. I ended up going to the finals, and I actually lost a close match in the finals. And that was one of the highlights of my wrestling life in high school. And I remember coming home and telling my dad, "Hey, Dad, I got the silver." We didn't have cell phones and stuff then, right? So I was like, "Dad, listen, got the silver medal, man." I'm like, "Isn't that something?" Like, oh my gosh. Now, I went thinking I'm going to get the gold because I always had this mindset that I was going to be number one, even though I wasn't ranked number one. And the first thing my dad says, he goes, "I guess the guy that won just wanted it a little bit more than you." That's the first thing he said out of his mouth. And at the time, I was like, "Screw you, Dad." Like, I was pissed off. I'm 16 years old thinking, this is old man. And, but if I look at it now, and as heartless as that might have sounded, he was in his early 30s at this time, okay? He was in his early 30s. Not maybe as mature as he is now. He's an incredible man. I love my father. But now when I look at it, he was right in some respects. So, I learned, I guess, and I still think to this day, and I thank my dad for putting this competitiveness in me, because I feel like the reason why I will not sleep or rest until this company is the #1 company in the country is because I feel like this is my Olympics. This is what I'm out to fight for. And the cool thing is unlike wrestling was only going to make me feel good. Being #1 in the country is going to make thousands and thousands and millions of lives better because my dream of fighting for #1. And then in my wrestling career, I went on to become what they call a senior, and this is the open division where you're kind of going towards the Olympics. I ended up 5th in Canada twice. That was the best I ever finished. But I learned at a very young age that 90% of winning is a mental game. 90% of winning in anything that you try and do in business, sport, you name it, 90% of it is a mental game. Yet most people spend 90% of their time on trying to get more talented or the different scripts that they can use across the kitchen table and all that kind of crap. And hey, that stuff's important, but it's 10%. Guys, 90% is up here. The reason why it took Zachy and Asaf until last year to start becoming successful in financial services is their thinking. They started getting their thinking right. They started getting around the right people, started surrounding themselves with winners, and all of a sudden their thinking starts changing. Am I right?
Yes.
I mean, this is it. 90% of winning is a mind game, right? And that's why I want you guys to understand when we talk about financial services, it's probably only 10% of the time. Frank has a training in his office every Wednesday morning. 10 a.m. till 11 a.m., 10 a.m. till noon, and it's 100% mindset, leadership, winning, success. That's all it is. And I think it's a joke out there in the MGA world because they can't figure that out. They think it's all about product, product, product. Hey, I love product. We got to learn about product. But I'm telling you right now, that's only 10% of winning in this business, in any business. See, I joined Primerica in 2001 at 21 years of age. I left my machining career. I was 3 years into my 3-year apprenticeship. I quit with 2 months left before writing my ticket because in 2001 the industry rule at that time was that you had to go full time, and I wanted to commit to this business. Now, I wasn't like your typical 21-year-old. I already had a kid, right? I already had a mortgage and a house. Like, I was not your typical 21-year-old now that's typically with parents or in school. I was out on my own, and it was a struggle for me. I made $13,000 my first year full time in the business. Even in 2001 dollars, that's not a lot, okay? And if we look, I lost my house also a couple years later. I lost my house, went 3 years behind in back taxes. 10 years I struggled financially until I was 31 years of age. And that's when I finally stopped struggling financially. And a year before that, got married to my wife, so maybe that's a part of it, Leanne and I. But we learned much about winning mindset and positive attitudes. The funny thing is, I do interviews with people, and they'll go, "Yeah, I checked you out on LinkedIn. I saw that you started at Primerica." I'm like, "Yeah, I did." And I learned more about winning than you could probably learn in any other organization at that time. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of my roots. Thank God I got recruited into a company that understood mindset, that understood what it took to win a business. But I'm telling you right now, it helped me with my mindset, helped me to continue to grow as a leader and as a business person. And I met Leanne there, huh? Look at that. started, it was about G&G. When I started in financial services at 21 years of age, it was about gold and glory, right? Man, I could maybe even throw another G in there, okay? But listen, gold and glory was what it was about at 21 years of age. That's why I got in the industry. I didn't get in the industry to save the whales and help families and do all that kind of jazz. I didn't know about all that. But you know what kept me in the industry? I remember driving home from an appointment one night, and I was so broke that I didn't know how I was going to put gas in my car. And I remember driving home from that appointment and saying, if I don't stay in this industry, someone else is going to be taken advantage of. Someone else is not going to get help that I could have helped. And because I didn't stick it out because I'm weak right now, I'm going to be hurting people. That's how I looked at it. As crazy as that is, I convinced myself at a young age that me getting out of the industry will actually hurt humanity. How crazy is that? That's what I honestly believe that if I left the industry, it hurts humanity. It might only be one human or 10 humans. It turns out it might be a lot of humans now. We've got a lot of people changing lives out there. But guys, that's what kept me in the business, was the crusade, doing what's right out there for families. But that's not what got me in it. It was gold and glory. Started that way at 21. By 31, I'm married, 4 kids, got a dog. My G&G changed. Became gas and groceries. I was broke. I wanted gas and groceries. My dream shop. Let me tell you about my gas story. Okay, not what you're thinking, Doug. I remember pulling into the gas station. Guys, I could probably count on one hand in 10 years how many times I didn't pull out my bank card and my phone to have to phone to find out how much balance I had left on my bank in my bank account. I didn't have a credit card because all my credit cards went to collections. Guys, I spent 9 years of my 10 years there with my credit cards still in collections. They're paid off now, okay? But my point is, I know what it's like to struggle in this industry. And then I have the grocery store. Leanne and I, some of our most famous fights were surrounding groceries. See, I thought maybe she'd think I was a gentleman trying to help her out with the groceries when she brings them home and stuff. But really, I was looking for the receipt. I wanted to see if she went over budget or bought Heinz ketchup instead of the no-name stuff. See, I didn't understand. I don't have a sense of smell, so to me, Heinz, whatever, it all kind of tastes the same. So I didn't want her spending $3.49 on Heinz ketchup when you can get it at the dollar store for $1. I'm like, that's bad financial planning. But that's how broke we were. There was fights over the groceries. But then we started making money. I left that company and we started making money. I was like, oh my God, this broker world, we started making $20,000 a month just selling. Like, I didn't have to recruit nobody. Right? A lot of times I'm like, man, I think we'd be richer right now if I just kept selling. Because we kept investing everything we made back into building our company. But nonetheless, I knew how to produce. I knew how to sell. I knew how to make money. Someone said it yesterday, but the first 2 years of building Experior, we had 200 agents. I was still #1 personal producer for insurance and investments. See, I don't preach at people to do something that I've never done. I preach at people to do what I've done, and you might get what I get one day. Right? Because that's what we're doing here. We're building a company within a company. See, we thought, why hasn't anyone taken the good from all these different companies out there and put them together? There was a lot of good in the company I came from. There's a lot of good in the MGA world. There's a lot of good in the career world. But why didn't they put it all together? See, we were told it was impossible. I met with a company, I won't say the name, initials are FHG, and I remember they said to me, point out, now the gentleman's now recently retired, but he said to me point blank, you can't do it. You can't start an MGA these days. It's impossible. That's what he told me. It's impossible to start an MGA. And I'm like, well, we're going to try. And we tried, and here we are. We're an MGA, full-blown MGA, right? We're in the top 8% right? Guys, don't believe anyone if they tell you it's impossible. That's a bunch of crap. 5 years ago, this January 22nd, Experior was born. Currently, less than 10 of the advisors in the launch are with us today. Less than 10 of the advisors that we started with are with us today. Our first grand opening had 6 people at it. Some of them didn't want to make the trip to go off. We struggled again and again and again while building this company. We kept going. We have so many stories, guys. We were told all the stories about us. Guys, I had the CEO of the company that I came from, the CEO of the entire company of North America. They have 130,000 licensed agents. Their CEO said on a conference call to all other RVPs, this company, they're a bunch of knuckleheads. Don't pay no attention to them. They're not going to last 15 minutes in business. That's what we were told 3.5 years ago. Woo! Hey guys, I was told by another guy, this guy used to rent an office off me at my practice company. You know what he said to his teammates, and then it got out to me? He was told that Jamie Prickett's going to be doing dishes by the end of this year. That company won't last a year. That's what we were told. Our company's going to shut them down. I remember Michelle got a call from someone that worked at the company down the street from us. She got a call saying, man, I hear there's a lawsuit. I hear they're going to destroy you guys and shut you down. Aren't you worried about your job? Remember that call, Michelle? Hey, guess what?
What?
Guess what?
What?
We didn't listen to them. Hey, listen, the only way for people to not talk about you, it don't do nothing.
Yeah.
That's it. Just don't get around to doing nothing. No one will talk about you. Hey, here we are now. Hey, over 1,000 licensed advisors, 9 provinces, 20 office locations, 20 full-time staff, and doing more business in a week than I ever did in an entire year before.
Yes.
Hey, you need to understand something here. We ain't nothing yet. I'm not politically correct. We're a pea hole in the snow. Okay, y'all know? Snow's big, pea holes are small. Sorry, we're a needle in a haystack there. Guys, we ain't nothing yet. Nothing. We're just getting started. Fred!
Yes, sir.
Stop thinking small is big.
Okay.
Don't think small is big.
It's not. 5 million.
214,000 in premium last month. Hey, let's give him a big round of applause. All-time company record. All-time company record. Hey, Frank, listen to me now. Listen to me. That ain't nothing. That ain't nothing what you're going to do. Nothing compared to what you're going to do. You 2 million in a year. That's cute. One day you can be doing 2 million in a day. Hello. Watch. You're gonna. Guys, your small playing doesn't serve the world. Is it worth it? Guys, is it worth it? Let me ask you something. And let me ask you if it's worth it. Every canceled appointment, every person that quit, everyone that said we won't last, every heartache, every lie told about us and to us, every bill payment missed, every sacrifice we made, every single bit of the tough stuff that we all went through, that all us leaders have gone through, I'm telling you it's worth it. Guys, it's worth it. I'm going to tell you a story about a guy named Russell Westbrook. Some of y'all, who knows what Russell Westbrook? Russell Westbrook, one of the all-time greats in the NBA. Russell Westbrook, here's a little bit of a story about Russell. Russell Westbrook III, born November 12, 1988. That's my little sister's birthday. He's an American professional football player for the OKC.
Basketball.
What'd you say?
We said football.
Oh, football. No, it's basketball. Sheldon, get it right. So now he plays for the NBA. Listen, he's a 7-time NBA All-Star, 2-time NBA All-Star, game most valuable player, an MVP in the game twice. Guys, winning consecutive awards in 2015, 2016. He's also a 7-time All-NBA team member and led the league in scoring 2014, 2015, and 2016, 2017 season. In 2017, Westbrook became one of 2 players in NBA history to average a triple-double for the season, along with Oscar Robinson in 1962, since anyone has done that. Ain't that a winner?
Whoa.
Ain't that something? He was subsequently named MVP again in 2016 and so on. This guy's a stud, right? This guy's done some special things. Well, let me tell you something about judgment. Can I tell you something about judgment? Yep. If you ask me who is the weirdest, stupidest NBA player, off the top of my head, I would have thought about Russell Westbrook. I'm not joking. Because every time I watch him play, he's showing up in the most ridiculous outfit. Guy, I'm serious. He looks like a weirdo, man. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? He's a cool dude. Like he's married, kids, and he looks like a whack nut, right? All right, let me tell you something. Russell Westbrook has a foundation called Why Not? This guy's a stud. He's got a foundation called Why Not? The mission of Russell Westbrook, the Why Not Foundation, is to inspire the lives of children and empower them to ask, why not? It's to empower them to ask, why not? And teach them to never give up. The foundation works to help children that are facing hardships of any kind, and when faced with that adversity, fight to succeed and never give up. Russell Westbrook and his brother were taught to ask, why not? Every time they were told they could not do something. It is the encouragement and strength that Russell and his family want to spread to children across the country. Founded in 2012, the Russell Westbrook Why Not Foundation. He was 24 years of age when he founded this foundation. The Why Not Foundation is dedicated to supporting community-based education and family service programs while encouraging youth to believe in themselves. You can't read all that up there, but these are just all different things of him giving back, helping communities, doing a difference, making a difference in people's lives. See my shoes right here? Check them out. These are Air Jordans, and it's the Russell Westbrook's Why Not edition that was released on January 10th, 2019. They were released the first day of our convention. The Thursday of our convention started with the executive directors at home office. These shoes were released that day. And I thought, why not? Listen, you're going to miss it. These are called why not. So I thought, why not? Hey, listen, why not can be negative too. Let me ask you something. Why not? Why can't you achieve things? Why not? Well, I'll tell you, because you give up too quickly. You listen to naysayers. You don't self-improve. You don't sacrifice. You don't make commitments. You don't stay consistent. And you don't believe it's possible. But I'm going to ask you a different why not. The one that Russell Westbrook and his family asks. The why not that's changing communities across America right now because of the impact that he's having on children's lives. I want to talk about that why not in your life. Hey, you want a nice home? Why not? Right? Yeah. Hey, you want to travel with your family, get away with your kids and your spouse? Why not? Hey, you want to retire your parents one day? They've been sacrificing for your house all these years? Retire them. Why not? Hey, you want to make $1,000 a week part-time? Why not? You want to make $10,000 a week? Why not? You want to make $10,000 a day? Why not? It's math. It's science. Math. That's it. It's math. More people, more money. More families help, more money. That's it. You want to make $10,000 an hour, Frank? Yep. Why not? Hey, listen, you want a net worth of $10 million? Why not? Hey, you want a $100 million net worth? Why not? You want to be a billionaire? Why not? Woo! Someone told you you can't? Someone told you you'll be washing dishes next year? Huh? Why not? Hey, you want a yacht? Hey, who wants a yacht? Anyone want a yacht? Hey, why not?
Sure.
Ask me why. Ask me why. Go ahead, ask me why. Why not? Hey, listen now. Hey, you want to put your kids through school, right? Yep. We all want to do that. We want to help out our kids, right? Yep. Then why not? Hey, how about this? You want to change you want to spend time with your ailing parents, right? Or your grandparents, right? Or maybe your spouse, depending on your age. You want that time. What does time take? What does it take for time? Money sometimes, right? Doesn't it? Let's be honest with ourselves. It takes money to have time. Hey, you want to retire? What's that take? Money, so you can have more what? Money. So why not? Hey, you want to impact the world? You want to sponsor 2 kids in World Vision this year, 10 next year, 100 the year after, 1,000 the year after, and then every month for the rest of your life, sponsor a new kid, sponsor a new kid, sponsor a new kid. Why? For $39 a month you can sponsor a kid. Some of you guys are going to make millions a month. Why not? Why can't we make a difference in everyone's life out there? It's not just about us. I love what Dror said. It's not about take. It's about give. Guys, we can impact the world here. We can change lives here. Why not? Hey, can you do this? Can you do this? Listen, when you're thinking, I don't know if I can do this, or no one in my family has ever done this before, or this seems like a feat just too great to achieve. Guys, I want you to start saying, why not? Why not? Hey, listen, guys, Experior will one day become the largest financial services company on planet Earth. Hey, listen, we will develop more financially independent families than any other company in history. Hey, listen, millions of lives will be better because of the team here tonight. Hey, the life